Thank God it's Monday, everyone. This is the Freedom Club Podcast. I am your very grateful host, Curt Mercadante. Thank you so much for being here. Happy April. April is my very favorite month of the year. It always has been. Good things have always happened in April. Number one, my birthday is April 29th. So I think that alone has always made it a special day. I remember Easter. Easter break during school always used to be in April, and it happened around my birthday. Growing up in Chicago, April was always the year where it started to get at least a little warmer and the sun started to come out. And I remember my sister got married the day before my birthday. That was in April. So April has always been very special to me, and I hope you have an extremely special April as well. Now, today's episode is short and sweet, but it's very poignant, and it's a cautionary tale of what can happen when you are so afraid to rock the boat of your comfort zone of misery that you put off making a change. And I tell the story of Bob. Now, this is a real guy, but I changed his first name so he doesn't get embarrassed. But it's a story of Bob, and it's a story I've seen play out numerous times. Why do you keep waiting? You keep waiting and waiting and waiting to make a change in your life. And in today's episode, you find out what can happen when you continue to wait. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. And by the way, I'd like you to go to curtmercadante.com, check out our blog, and look at the post about the pre-sale tickets to the Freedom Club Festival. I'd love for you to come down November 8th here in historic Charleston, South Carolina. We got a powerhouse lineup of speakers coming in from around the world. We got Dr. Natalia Vyhovsky. She's been on this podcast. She is an international personal branding expert. We have Brandon Steiner. He's the founder and CEO of Steiner Sports, the top sports collectible and memorabilia business in the world. He's also the author of Living on Purpose. He's been on this podcast. We have Dr. Bobby Canaru. He's a clinical oncologist and so much more. TEDx speaker. He's an author. We have Marcus Aurelius Anderson. He's been on this podcast. Author of The Gift of Adversity. We have Fraser Cameron. He's been on this podcast. He's the founder of the Epic Dads Coaching Phenomenon. So I want you, listen, right now we are running a pre-sales ticket special of $44. And I was going to keep that special going till my 44th birthday on April 29th. But you know what? Over the past several weeks, we've sold over half those pre-sale tickets. And there's like 20 people out there who have told me that they're coming, but they haven't yet bought tickets. So I have shortened the deadline. It's now April 15th. It's time to put your money where your mouth is. Go grab those tickets because I want to see you. I want to meet you here in Charleston on November 8th. And without further ado, here is today's cautionary tale of what can happen when you keep putting off change in your life.
Welcome to the Freedom Club Podcast, where we strive to pull you out of your life of quiet desperation, out of your comfort zone of misery, and propel you into a life of freedom and fulfillment. And now, here's your host for this journey, international speaker and coach, and serial entrepreneur, Curt Mercadante.
So Bob came to me last year. This is a real guy, by the way. I changed his name so he doesn't get embarrassed. He came to me last year, and he was in that comfort zone of misery I talk about. He said he woke up day after day, and he forgot what it was like to be excited about life. But he was making decent money. His wife was making decent money. They didn't really particularly love their jobs, but he didn't want to rock the boat. He didn't want to risk that comfort zone, so he chose not to invest in himself, invest in a life of freedom and fulfillment. So fast forward to a month ago, Bob came to me. He's on the verge of possibly losing his job. His wife is about to get downsized, and now he's screwed. And because he chose not to take action a year ago, he's at the whim of his employer, an employer he doesn't really much like. So it's a cautionary tale. If you know you're destined for more, if you're stuck in that comfort zone of misery and you keep putting off investing in a better life, take control of your life now, or someone else just might.